Hello and good afternoon, or good morning, or good evening, whenever you're listening to this. This is Andy McCann, your host here on the CrossFit Garage podcast, where we are helping you build a firm foundation in fitness, food, and finances. And today, I am going to expand on a question I got from James through the Survival Podcast Expert Council. So he asked a question. I'm going to go through with this and a couple other things. I'm going to hit the housekeeping up front, but here's the question. Andy, what are some exercises someone in their mid-40s can do to help prevent injuries later in life? So you have to really kind of like diagnose, well, what is injuries later in life? So what things are we facing? I'm going to go through that. And then he does say he's got some gear. I'm going to tell you what you can do at home and offer you the 32 at-home workouts that we put together. We stole a bunch of things, cited it all together and said, haha, here you go. During that time when everyone had to go home for 2 weeks, and I think it was a little bit longer than that, I will link this or email me or whatever, and I'll get you the Google Doc. So my email is andy@crossfitgarage.com. Anyway, James had some details. He says, I am 42, 6'2", and 200 pounds. I guess you could say I'm skinny fat, or I have a dad bod with a little smiley face. I like that. I have an emoji or a character smiley face, not an emoji smiley face. So it's good. It's 44 years old, doing the right way. All right. I have a couple small free weights and a Peloton bike for equipment at home. I'm looking to lose some weight, but mainly to do preventative maintenance on my body to keep me healthier as I get older. So basically, how do you avoid injury? I'm going to go through that. First thing I want to tell you, though, is if you are interested in processing a chicken, I have got chickens, and eventually I'm going to have to process some roosters. So when it's colder, like, I don't know, November, October, December, somewhere in that range, maybe January, I'm going to pull together a bunch of those roosters, and anyone that's interested in learning how to process a rooster, and I will teach you how. It takes about 30 minutes, maybe less, and we're going to do it all by hand. So you're going to pull feathers, you can take off the skin, you're going to take out the insides, you can do all that stuff. Is it gross? Not really. It's how food is made, basically. I'm going to get you in touch with your food. So if you're thinking, I would just like to do it for the pure understanding of how to do it, yeah, come on. If you're thinking, I'd just like to do it because I maybe want to do this on my own one day, yeah, come on, I'll teach you. What you're going to need to do is, one, tell me. So email me, talk to me at the gym or something. Actually, email is best. If you tell me at the gym, I'm going to forget because I'm just that old. So the thing you're going to want to bring is you'll probably have to bring a chair, something to sit in, and then maybe a bucket that we can turn upside down and work on, and then possibly a Ziploc bag so you can put your chicken in it and take it home with you, and then a small knife that has something less than a 2-inch blade that's sharp. So if you've been using it forever, go sharpen it. If you don't have one, just go buy one. A small little blade just to get around stuff. I got a few other things you can use as well, so we can share those, but you'll just need that sort of stuff. Anyway, let me know if you want to do that. We do have some other exciting things coming up. We got Hot Shots coming up, the competition. We've got Bring a Friend Week, so in October, you can bring someone to the gym. We will help them have a great time. And what else are we doing for you guys? We have got a lot of things. So I've got if you're still interested in getting your goals to me, for me to then email you or text you once a month to say, hey, how are you doing on that goal? That's what I do. So there are some of you that really love it and you laugh at the things I say to you. Some of you guys are probably like, yeah, I get it. So we're supposed to have fun with it. You want to have somebody push you with it. That's me. Next thing, let's see. Right now is Wednesday, the 10th of July. And we are in the week when 4 of the coaches are out on vacation together. That is awesome. You guys have fun. But for a while there, I was going to be like, man, I got to coach 8 classes a day, 5 days a week. That's probably going to kill me. And I'm already 106, so I don't want to die. So we had a push to get some new coaches. Those of you in the gym that enjoy doing CrossFit, that have done really well and are happy, humble, helpful, and talk to people who are friendly, said, hey, come on, let's give it a shot. So our new coaches have been doing awesome. Some of them, by this time this podcast comes out, it's going to be old news. Like, everybody knows you and you've been doing really well. So thank them for coming aboard. Say hi to the old coaches and say thank you for coming back. And if you are interested in becoming a coach, let me know. It's all about fun and it's a hobby. Yeah, you're not going to be like coming to the gym and having a full-time gig and making billions of dollars. It's not like that. The landlord jacked up our rent and pretty much messed up the business in terms of, hey, we can make this like a full-fledged business. Nah, he doubled the rent and, well, they sold the building 3 times and the new guy really jacked the rent up. Maybe we'll move somewhere else. I don't know. But I am a landlord, so I get it. But man, that just stinks. And the rates aren't really all that bad. It's just more than we were paying before. So if you're interested in being a coach, it's an easy process to get started. But the main thing is If you talk to people in your class, then you're probably on the right track. If you look around and you want to help somebody, or you can spot a flaw, then yeah, you're on the right track. We do want to give you some formal training, so you have to get your CrossFit level 1, but then we also do shadowing. So you watch us, I watch you, and then I'm also been hiring Owen, who works for CrossFit headquarters, to come out and give evaluations to help us grow. So anyway, that's part of it. Okay. Back to the question. So you emailed me about chickens and about your CrossFit level 1 and bringing friends coming. So the question, what can I do so I don't have injuries as I get older? Here's the thing, guys. I've been saying this for a long time. Thank you, Nick. We do this because we want to be harder to kill. What does being harder to kill mean? I mean, it literally means that. I don't want to be injured. And if I do get injured, I can get out of it quickly. So I want to be harder to kill. CrossFit is something we do as a hedge against sickness. So our biometrics are going to be way better than most people. And when we get sick, it's just going to look like we are healthy. Okay. So let's say your resting heart rate is 50 beats per minute because you're fit. Awesome. When you get sick, it's going to increase it because, you know, your heart's got to work more. So maybe it increases to 70 beats per minute. That's just what normal people would say is healthy. So you went from fit to healthy when you were sick. When healthy people get sick, it goes from 70 to 110 or whatever, right? And so that's not good. Same thing with blood pressure, your weight, all those things. We have to pass through health to get to sick when we're healthy and fit, right? Or wellness. We pass through wellness. Or at least the stats that people call wellness. Yeah, I know, Charles, I should have paused that to drink, but whatever, I didn't. All right, I'm going to clear my throat and pause it. All right, so Charles, you got me. I cleared my throat and I hit pause. I didn't unpause it. And I went on a 10-minute tirade, and nobody heard anything. So I don't even know where I left off. I'm just going to jump right back in. So I told ChatGPT, hey, tell me what you think you know about what I think I know, and let's compare notes. So when you're getting older and you've got problems, as James asked, what do I do to stay healthy as I get older? You have to know the injuries, like what's going to happen. What are the things? And number one thing is going to be you're going to fall. And if you fall, and break your hip, let's say, then you're 30% more likely going to die that year. So if you're 76, if you can make it there, then your chances of falling go way up because you're the old person that's there, and breaking your hip and dying go way up. So keep your coordination and balance. The next thing is osteoporosis. That's bone density. What can you do there? Literally lift stuff. If you lift things, your bones have to be tougher because they don't want to break. And so they're going to do the things they do. So if you do nothing, you're going to get exactly what you thought you were going to get, which is nothing. So do something. Joint injury. So I don't use my joints very much. And then I try to do something, or I start playing pickleball and I reach too fast. Pop, something goes. Use your joints in a controlled manner and get them built up. Next one is overuse. So I don't know, maybe you're doing knit one, purl two. So you're using your wrists over and over and over to do that little thing. Yeah, you're going to get messed up right there because it's too much. There's other things, degenerative conditions like arthritis. So moving is going to help that. Eating correctly is going to help that. You can do preventative maintenance. I know this is what we're going to talk about: regular exercise, nutrition. They said home safety, like remove hazardous tripping hazards. That's weird. That's two words, same word. I would say make it not a hazard by being okay. If you trip, you can catch yourself. And then get your health checkups. So yeah, you should always have somebody else check up on your health because self-diagnosing is not good. All right. So the tirade that you missed that I went on is, if there's this thing, you missed me looking it up, so I'm just going to be able to tell you because I already found it. So this guy, Charles Munger, came up with the 25 cognitive biases. And one of those cognitive biases says, what is it called? It's about probability, the not me bias, which says, hey, if somebody tells you there's a 50% chance you're going to die, most people are like, yeah, not me. Because and no way it happens to me. I'm much too valuable. I am the center of my own universe. If it's a 50% stat, it doesn't care. It's a flip of a coin. So people don't understand this. They go to Las Vegas and they're like, oh, I'm going to go win it big. Look, they literally built a city in the desert. You know who wins big? Las Vegas. They win big because they're going to get your money. So yeah, you may spin and you may spin, but probability and the rhythm are going to get you, and you're going to lose eventually, right? So I know there's a trick with blackjack where you play and you keep doubling down and eventually you're going to win at least once. And when you do, you walk away. Okay, that's right. You're playing the probability on your side. I guess good luck, and I hope you have enough money to keep doubling down. The doubling gets pretty serious pretty quick. But if you think to yourself, well, not me, they say at 76, half the people that are your peers are dead. So when you turn 76, your other 76-year-old friends, half of them are dead. And you may say, not me. So why not you? 50% of them. That's a flip of a coin. How do you adjust the coin? It's not a, what do they call it? A fair flip. It's an unfair flip. So I think, man, what is it called? I don't know. It's something like a fair or even or just flip or something like that. A coin is just and even. It's actually technically not, because there's the carving on one side versus the other is not exactly the same. So it's not actually a fair coin. A fair coin would be like something that has like the same amount of scratch off on one side as the other. That'd be the ultimate fair coin. But anyway, you are not a fair coin. Everyone is built different. So maybe it isn't you, but maybe it is. How would you tell? All right, so you're listening to this. Sit down. Take a deep breath. Get calm. Breathe in. Breathe out. Do that 3 times. I'll wait for you. Take your 2 fingers, your index finger and your middle finger, and put it in your jugular right below your chin. Or not your chin, like in your neck area, right? Feel for your pulse. Get out a stopwatch. Let it go for 10 seconds while you count your pulse. If your beat is 100 beats a minute, then you're probably not good. If your beat is less than 100 a minute, well, that's a good track. If it's under 60, yeah, man, you're good. You have made it an unfair coin. You're going to flip that thing and you'll be on the correct side, most likely, barring normal things, other weird stuff like a truck popping into you. You can't really fight, what is that, momentum? You can't fight mass times velocity squared. It's going to win. Even if it's legally your right to cross a street, if you get hit by the car, you're dead, even though it's your right. So make sure you look. All right, so make the coin toss unfair. Scratch off as much as you can. Get your heart rate down. Lift some stuff. Literally, just go to a CrossFit gym. I don't know if this made it into the podcast because I hit pause and I went on a tirade. My buddy Cam didn't want to go to a nursing home. He put his mom in there and he's like, Andy, what do I do? And I said, just join a CrossFit gym. So he did. He only goes he goes for 2 weeks because he's traveling the other 2 weeks and he makes it work. He even said he may be adjusting his diet soon. I'm telling you guys, doing what we do is the ultimate hack to getting through that longevity. Yeah, you could still get popped by a truck. That junk still happens. But you're making the flip unfair. And I think that's a big part of this. Okay, so big things are falls if you can make it there. The things before that, weirdly, actually, let me pull that up. I did this a long time ago. I'm going to hit pause this time and remember to unpause it. I love how ChatGPT and, in this case, I'm using a Brave browser, but they run your question through their little AI, so it's not ChatGPT, I don't know what it is. But I love how stupid I feel when I, type my thing in. So I type in like an idiot, top reasons people die. And then it comes up with list of mortality rates. And I'm like, yeah, I guess that's probably the actually way to say it. So I sound like an idiot when I type stuff in. Top reasons people die. Well, tell me, you redneck Georgian, why do people die? So the top reasons people die. Heart disease, 21%. Weirdly, do some CrossFit. That's going to cure up that heart disease. All right, unless you have some genetic thing, right? And no, I'm not a doctor and I didn't sleep at a Holiday Inn Express. So my advice to you is actually just me doing this stuff and seeing this stuff happen around me. Heart disease kind of goes away when you actually exercise your heart. So go exercise your heart. If you don't exercise your heart and you flip the coin, it's an unfair toss the wrong way. Exercise your heart. I just talked about the beats. All right, infectious diseases. So it usually says poor country, so this may not be us. But one way to fight off infectious diseases is have a good immune system. One way to have a good immune system is to exercise and to eat stuff correctly, right? Eat good stuff. Non-communicable diseases. So that would be, so it's going back to heart disease. So it says actually heart disease, so it's listed twice. That's weird. The next one is going to be, or cancer, heart disease and cancer. I don't know if they're lumping them in there together. Weirdly, how do you fight cancers? Exercise is good. Eating is good. The hard, tough one is going to be eliminate sugar. I am living proof that it is possible. I still want somebody to reach out to me. If you've gone for 10 years or more without intentionally eating sugar or sweeteners, let me know. I want to talk to you. I want to see how you're doing. I'm doing pretty good. So that's me. It's, 10, 11, 12 years, something like that now. I really don't keep track. It's been a while. And I'm doing pretty good. So cancers, they say, eat sugar or live on sugar. So what if you eliminated your sugar from your diet, right? So again, exercise and diet. Diabetes, if it's not type 1, right? Type 2, 3, 4, whatever, all those other ones. So even they're saying Alzheimer's might be a type of type 3 diabetes. People die from that sort of thing. So it's diet, it's nutrition, it's exercise. You can adjust that sort of stuff. take the coin and flip it and make it unfair for you. I need to look that up so I stop using the wrong term. I'm going to look that up and pause you guys. Look at that. Look who's not an idiot all the time. I typed in fair coin toss probability, and that's exactly what it called it. So I did it right. It's called a fair coin. So it's something that would give you exactly 50%. Weirdly, quarters do not actually really do that because they're weighted a little bit on the other side. You're going to have a slight probability towards one other side, but it might be like a million flips before it actually goes off. Okay. Anyway, so where were we? Heart disease. Yeah, and then they have cancer on there. So all these things on there, it's not kinetic impact. I got hit by a car, a bullet, a wife, whatever. It's not that. It's things that you can affect. It's what do they call that? Diseases of environment, or you created your own disease and you're killing yourself off. Stop doing that. Literally just join a CrossFit gym. Okay, so this guy, James, he said, what can I do? Constantly varied functional movements executed at high intensity sometimes. That's what we do, right? Look at the definition of, actually, let me pull these two up. This would be good to see. Okay, man, that was tough. So I have found fitness in 100 words, and that's Coach Glassman said this. Ready? Here we go. I'm horrible at reading online, but I'm going to read it and then I'll paste it somewhere. Eat meat and vegetables, nuts and seeds, some fruits, little starch, and no sugar. Keep intake to the level that will support exercise, but not body fat. Practice and train major lifts: deadlift, clean, squat, press, clean and jerk, and snatch. 5 or 6 days per week. Mix these elements in as many combinations and patterns as creativity will allow. Routine is the enemy. Keep workouts short and intense. So I think it was a little bit more. That's not all 100 words. I feel like I missed something in there. Anyway, then Ben Bergeron has a health in 100 words. Create an environment in which it is easy to eat well, move often, sleep lots, think deeply, and create real connection. So that's his 5-pillar category. You can look that up, or I can, I think it was actually the last podcast I did. All right. Be intentional. Don't just hope it happens. Chase what sets your heart on fire. Seek out challenge, feedback, and opportunities to serve something bigger than yourself. Respect your breath. Control your attention. Spend time outside. Recognize that health is the result of choices and luck. Yeah, so that's a weird one. There's a luck to it. Some people are born with something wrong, and I don't know what to say. That's just shit luck, and it does suck. You can mitigate some of those things, but it's a long battle, and I don't envy people who have those things. On the other side, I can't believe people who intentionally give them crap because they just can't stop doing a thing. Anyway, to keep going, focus on what you can control. Avoid defining it by a singular number. Avoid fads and gurus. Avoid complaining and people who do. Optimize everything for consistency and sustainability. Treat yourself like someone who matters. Now, I do love this, consistency and stability. If you would walk every day, but not go to the gym every day, then walk. That's consistency, and you can sustain it. Sustainability would be like, I'm going to go 20 miles down the road because it's the best gym ever. That's just not sustainable. You're never going to do that. So do something that you can do consistently, something that you can sustain. I know they're probably thinking to yourself, why would I pay $200 to a CrossFit gym? I could do just that crap at home. So one of our members said, Andy, every time you see somebody leave to do a home gym, they get fat, old, and nasty. It never works. So she's been at the gym for a long time, and maybe not never, but we were talking about some of the people from our past. And I was like, you know what? You're right. I have never thought of that. Home gyms usually don't motivate. You need to motivate yourself. So spend the money. You're going to spend it somewhere, right? Would you rather spend it on medication or the fall you don't want? Or would you rather spend it on making an unfair coin that you can flip and land on the correct side of 50% of the people you know that are your age will be dead at 76? That just sucks. 50% of them. Be on the correct side of that coin. And then don't get taken out by falling. Okay, so he asked what specific things you could do, and I'm going to tell you the movements that I would do. He said he had some dumbbells and a Peloton. I mean, we have a CrossFit gym. We can do a lot of stuff. But if you didn't, there's a couple things you could do. One, anybody that emails me, I'll send you this. It's andy@crossfitgarage.com. It is our 32 at-home workouts I put together back when we were having the 2 weeks to flatten the curve, all that crap. And so, yeah, I'll send it to you. I'll link it, whatever. You could do these sort of things. You don't have any gear. That's great. If you did have some gear, some dumbbells, that'd be great. That's probably the thing I would get. Dumbbells and go out for a walk or a jog or a run or whatever. That's probably the most minimal thing you can do. Probably the thing that I would do is a thruster. You can do them light, you can do them heavy, you can do them full depth, you can do them light depth. I mean, it's just awesome. It's a squat where you stand and press the weight above your head. Dumbbells are beautiful for these things. I should probably do them more often. I talk about them so much. The other thing I would do is a suitcase carry. Not a farmer's carry, but a suitcase carry. So think about you're going through the airport with a suitcase. You got your arm out for balance. You're holding that suitcase. That's kind of what it looks like. Hold it about an inch away from your body. Take slow, deliberate steps like you're a robot. Go for about 30 feet. Turn around. Switch hands. Go 30 feet. Turn around. Do that. The muscle you'll build from holding is great, but even greater is the other side building for that coordination and balance to create the ability to walk with an unstable load, so an asymmetric load. So don't fall. If you're going to fall, fall gracefully. Don't trip. If you're going to trip, trip gracefully, turn it into a sexy dance. One way to never fall is to not be susceptible to that sort of crap where, hey, if I trip, I can catch myself. The problem old people, a reason old people trip is because they don't pick their foot up to walk. They just slide them along. Well, if you are a jogger or a walker and you're on pavement all the time, then you go for a trail walk, you'll know you've taught yourself to walk low, not to pick your feet up, and you are tripping and stumbling all the damn time. It sucks. I recommend getting out onto a trail. Why? Because it teaches you to pick your feet up. Okay? So, simple stuff. Get out there. Do a thing. CrossFit, yeah, it can be hard, but like today, we were doing, what was the workout? Mary or Cindy. So Mary's the tough one, where it's handstand push-ups, single leg squats or pistols, and then pull-ups, right? And so it's very gymnastic-y, very hard. Not many people can do it. A couple people that I know of did it today. And not many people, almost everyone had to scale something. That's awesome. They're pushing themselves somewhat. How many of us at 50 are going upside down? I love it. Ebony said, Andy, I want to go upside down. I want to get these handstand push-ups. I said, what's the hard part? Are you strong enough? Yes. Do you like going upside down? She's like, hell no, I don't like going. She didn't actually say that. She's very nice. She never says those words. She's like, no, I don't like going upside down. And I was like, well, let's practice that. Let's put that in the workout. So she picked a thing that makes her nervous. And I love that. On the box jumps. Don't pick an easy box jump. I wouldn't pick one that's crazy hard. Like a 30x box jump is kind of stupid for me. I'm just super tiny, so that's like half my body right there. I don't jump that. Sometimes I take that back. Sometimes I do, especially when it's in the open. But if you lift your foot up wherever it would go naturally, that's a great place, especially if it's at that 90 degrees or more spot where we like to squat at. I would make it a little bit harder. Now, this is, again, you doing it at home and happening nothing else. I would just make it a little bit more aggressive. So that way you have to lift your feet up more. Or when you step, it's just a little bit more, right? So I love to push those boundaries, that edge a little bit more. So ChatGPT, I also put in there his question of what should I do. He said the exact same thing. I mean, it's not rocket science. It's super easy. So strength training, that's osteoporosis. That's also building muscle. They know that if you have more muscle, you're going to live longer. They actually say they'll rank your grip strength. How good your grip strength is a good indicator of how long you're going to live. It has nothing to do with your grip strength. It has everything to do with the things you have to do to have good grip strength, right? So it's not that I'm over there doing grippers or, that little squishy thing that you like squeeze your hand. It's that you are doing all the other stuff. Cardio. You're breathing hard. We had a 20-minute workout. It was gymnastic-y, but by the time everyone was done, they're like, my lungs hurt. I'm like, yeah, of course they do. They talk about flexibility and mobility. Yes, roll yourself. Get out there and roll, stretch. We talk about that all the time. A lot of you skip it. Tears. You should do that. CrossFit's a beautiful thing because it's a core to extremity workout. Everything we do is core based. If your core isn't tight, you couldn't do the back squat. If your core isn't tight, you can't do the handstand push-ups. So it is true, we don't do a shit ton of sit-ups. Why? Because we're always exercising your core. You can't do what we do and not have a good core. It is possible to have massive arms and a really weak core if you're doing back, by, chest, and try, the normal sort of workout that like guys would typically do. So we don't do that. We build everything. It's funny, even in there they say, hey, you should do some functional movements. So I love that. And it even puts in there consistency. Consistency, I just said that. Me and ChatGPT, we're like brilliant with each other, except I use stupider words like top reasons people die. He said smart things like, oh man, what was it? Mortality rates in people. So yes, of course, that's the way you say that. Anyway, we want to fight all those things. I don't even know if the podcast, if I paused it during this, if you guys heard all that, hopefully you did. I forgot where the pause happened. I'm gonna have to end this one so I don't sound too stupid. Where was that pause? I don't know. Okay. So I gave you the interesting stuff. Hopefully that actually came through too. We got things coming up. If you want to raise chickens or process chickens, I'm here for you. If you want to bring a friend, that's coming up real soon. We've got a couple other events coming up, hot shots and some gym events, gatherings. I do want to bring back startup game night. So I'm thinking when school starts back up, maybe we'll pick a night to be like, look, it's game night. I know it doesn't work for everyone. We're just going to pick it and see what happens and have people come over to my house. We'll play some board games. Maybe I've been wanting to do that for a long time. And I don't know, just things happen. Actually, well, you know what I should do one day is go through the junk that's going on in our house right now with Evan and his liver parasite. If that's what he has, we don't really know. We just went to Optimal Performance Medicine with Dr. Skardassis to get a other side of the world type of opinion. And he offered up some really good advice. I mean, right? If you want to shortcut the process, hire a mentor, hire a coach, hire someone who's been there before. Dr. Skardassis, Michael has been there before. This is what he does. So he heard Evan talk and it was great. He was actually with Evan for an hour. Didn't just come in and say la 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 and get out and say, hey, take these medicines. He actually sat down and talked to. I love it. I think Andrew has been there, and oh man, there was two other members. It was guys. I don't know why it was only guys, but two other guys were in there, and I cannot think of your name. Maybe Aaron? One of the Aarons? That sounds right. At 106, I have a hard time remembering what my name is. Anyway, he's in Woodstock, just a little bit, west of downtown. Great guy. If you need a doctor, I mean, he's a great one to use. I don't get any, monetary gain from recommending anything. I just do this CrossFit stuff because I love it. And I rep these other people because they're good. And I want to tell you what I've used that are good. So again, shortcut the process. Okay. That wasn't really part of it, but there you go. Maybe I'll do a podcast on Evan and his journey. It'd be good to know if anybody out there knows anything about liver parasites, or candida or things like that. If you've fought that off, email me because I'd be really interested. It could be not that. It could be an ulcer. So we're going down a different route right now to check out other things. What do I know? Absolutely nothing. But I can hire a doctor that knows absolutely way more than I'll ever know. All right. I'm going to paste in the 32 at-home workouts. You guys, I'll also paste in the fitness in 100 words. I'll paste in health in 100 words from Ben Bergeron. Maybe I'll try to remember to link that podcast as well. Make sure I covered everything. I'm going to pause you guys. Yeah, I got it all. Hey guys, if you're doing what we're doing, then you're becoming harder to kill. If you're out there listening and you're not part of a gym, if you're in Woodstock, come to class. I will literally go to class with you and show you what we're doing. I'll hold your hand. I'll hold your hand if you want me to. I actually did today on the rower. There were supposed to be penalties for not hitting a specific mark. So we'll say, hey, row to 100 meters or 150 meters or whatever, and try to land on the mark. And the penalty is you do more of the warm-up. And I'm like, that's dumb because I need you to warm up. So if somebody hits it, they don't do the warm-up. That's just dumb. So I was like, whatever, everyone's going to do the warm-up. And there is no penalty, but instead you're going to get a reward. And they're like, well, what's the reward? I'm like, I don't know. Let's see who hits it. So Joe hit it, and I said, the reward is the hug. And he's like, all right. So he was standing right there, and I was already walking to him. So we got a good bro hug on. And then somebody hit it twice in a row. Oh, man. It was a lady, and it was in the morning class. I can't remember who it was, but I said, hey, it was a different class. I said, hey, the reward is a hug. And she looked at me and she shook her head. No. So I appreciate that. You don't have to hug, but I think someone reminded me, it was like either 2021 or 2022. I was like, it's the year of the hug. So I'd go around saying, hey, it's 2021. It's hug 2021 or something like that. So we gave out a lot of hugs to get back with some physical touch because people weren't around each other for a while there in that stupid year. Anyway, the last thing that I wrote in here was his wording, prevent injuries later in life. You guys are already doing this. You become harder to kill. So if you're local, come on in. See us. We're going to help you be harder to kill. Like I said, I'll hold your hand in a class. Pick any of our classes. If I can get there, I'll make it happen. If I can't, we'll pick another class. If you're not local and you're looking for help, I'll help you find a CrossFit gym. They're not hard to find. Actually, let me pull that up. If you go to, I think it's map.crossfit. Yeah, map.crossfit.com. You're going to get the GPS world and you just drill into where you are and you slide in. I'm going to go near the, I don't know, I always do Woodstock. Let's pick something totally different. Oh man, let's go with right here. What is it? Oh, I picked Cincinnati. Look at that. We're going to drill in Cincinnati. Right now it's saying 22 CrossFit gyms in the Cincinnati area. Let's not actually do Cincinnati because that's a big city. What if you don't live in a big city? What if you live down in the bend at the river? So here's a bend in the river. That's halfway between Cincinnati and, what is it, New Alabama? New something? I don't know what that is. So there's a CrossFit in Madison. Wow, I wonder if this is actually where the games were. Did I just pick Madison? Was Madison, Ohio? Cincinnati, Ohio? Man, I'm now messing up on my places. I think I just actually picked where the games are. That can't be right. That doesn't sound right. But it is Madison, so we got North Madison. Nah, that's not right. It can't be. This is a tiny little town. Anyway, I got a gym right there in Madison. Mad City CrossFit. You're about to get exploded with my podcast. I can click on about this gym. Will I go to their website? Oh man, they haven't put their stuff in here, so I can't go to their CrossFit. I can't go to their gym. Madison CrossFit. Put your stuff. Oh, there it is. Never mind. You did. Good stuff. All right. I can click on their link. I can join their community. All right. Look at this. I see old people. I see young people. I see fit people. I see fat people. This is great. Can you say fat people? I don't know. I said it. What is CrossFit? Contact and drop in. All right. I like it. Trainers. Oh, let me look at that. Is this a good? He's got a level 2. All right. I already like this guy. He's got another trainer. Are they same last name? No. So it's not a husband-wife combo. That's good because they won't go on vacations together. Let's see on their schedule. Let's see. They got, oh, that's pretty good. They got, what's that? 6 classes a day. Mostly aimed towards the morning, so if you're a morning person, that's going to be better for you. So I like this already. Would I pick them? Maybe. Trainers, how to get... nutrition. I do like them already. Look, they've got some stuff on nutrition. All right, guys. You're making me a fan. So the fact that they're also the only one around, I mean, that plays a part of it too. How do I go back? Boop. Back. Did that work? Yeah. So if you're in that area, you only really have the one choice. If you are just slightly north of them, okay, here's a good one, like Columbus, Ohio. I don't even know where we're at. Columbus, what? It doesn't say. Columbus, Indiana. So Madison, yeah, I think Madison is not the same one. All right. So I got Columbus, Indiana. There are 2 gyms, CrossFit Ripcord, very old school. I like that. Death Proof CrossFit. Okay. I do like what he's trying to say there. We're becoming harder to kill, but Death Proof is probably going to scare off a lot of people. So let's not go for the name. Let's actually go for the gym. Let me see. Let me pull up their website, CrossFit Ripcord, and then let me go back and I'm going to pull up CrossFit Death Proof CrossFit. Guys, I do like the name, but I think like CrossFit Garage, it might be a little bit scary for people. All right, so if I'm comparing these two, I'm on the YouTube, I'm also on podcast. So yeah, some of you guys are watching this, some of you guys are listening to this. I'll try to be descriptive. Let's see. I got CrossFit. So Death Proof CrossFit. I don't know why some put the name CrossFit in front and some behind. I don't know why that happens. Let's see. Mad City. That's not the one we want. Death Proof. Here we go. All right. Look at that. They got a video on the front. That doesn't really matter to me, but time remaining until the next challenge. It's expired. So are they still in business? That's usually the first thing I look for. How would I tell that? If they've got maybe where they're posting their WOD. So there's a blog. Let me check that out. The last blog was, July 2nd, 2024. So I know they're in business. Guys, good job. It's an easy way for me to tell you're still in business. Good stuff. I'm willing to keep going. They got a good get started page. What is CrossFit classes, membership pricing? Let's click on that bad boy. Okay. I do like this. Hey, if you want to know our pricing, we want to know who you are. So yeah, I would go ahead and put on there. I do like being able to see them, but I get why they do that. It's just for them to ability to actually connect with people. All right. Schedule. Let's see, 5 to 8, it's an open gym, but they're also 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. Wow, that's a lot of class times. And then the evening, 4:30, 5:30, 6:30 beginners. I do like that. How do you get ready? How do you pull all your beginners together? They do a 6:30 class. Looks like every day for beginners. Actually, I like that. Maybe I should bring that back. If you're not feeling confident, you want to go to beginners, or you're brand new, then go to that. So I do like the way that's set up. That means they probably bring you right into class. I'm cool with that. You don't have to have a ramp as long as basically there's a coach there to walk you through. I know the podcast is now going long because I want to show you I do want to help. So you're out of state. What would I be looking for? That's something that to me is good. I like that. Let's see. They've got a members only. Daily report, members guide, getting results, recipes, membership renewal. Here's probably a trick right here. Nope. Yeah, you got to log in. Okay. So sometimes you can see stuff that they don't want you to see by going there. About us. Let's check that out. They got coaches, testimonials, people we like. Oh, I like that. All right. So they got a level 2, level 1, unsure, a level 3. All right. Jace, good job. And level 1. So I do like the fact that they've got people with more than just their level 1. That just means they care and they're pushing along this. There's 6 coaches and they do not share the same last name. So they're not going to go on vacation together. So like all 6 coaches are gone at one time because that would suck. Okay, so let me look at the other one. So I'd give them a thumbs up. CrossFit, the other one was Ripcord. Let's look at those guys. Coaches, let's go there first because I was just on their coaches. They have got 6, they have a lot of coaches. That could be problematic or they could be specialty. So sometimes when you have too many coaches, do they know what they're doing? I don't know. Maybe they're specialized. I don't know. Maybe they've got a very specific set of classes they do. That could be good. So it's all amount of reps they do. They got some level 2s. Most everyone is a level 1, which is what I would assume. So 2 level 2s. And I do like this. They didn't actually designate who is the owner. So, oh, they did right there, but it's hard to see. So I do like owners shouldn't be the show. It should just, hey, I own the gym, whatever. You're the show. So I would give them a thumbs up for that one. Home coaches, let's see their schedule. So distance and schedule is important. These 2 guys are pretty dang close, so it didn't really matter. Oh, they don't. Oh, there it is. Okay, so they've got 5, 6. So not as many classes. Does that matter? If the class fits you, then no. But they do have a ton of coaches and not that many classes, so I'd be a little bit nervous about that because it's just hard to get to know somebody. What else would I look on in here? So how do I join? Sure, let me click on that. Contact us, sign up, complete foundations. So they have a foundations, which again, I'm a fan of, but I do like the other way to do it too. Start in a group class once you've completed the foundations. Okay. So I do like that. They don't just let you jump in. I'm happy for that. If I had to pick between those 2 without knowing anything else, I'm just going on website. I'm probably going to go with the other one first. So Death Proof, you got my thumbs up. And you have more coaches with level 2s and more class times, which at this point, you guys are so close together that, you know, I think, let me go back and look how close you guys were together. Yeah, I mean, that's like a city block right there. There's like 10 minutes. So it probably depends on where you live on the side of town, what you might pick. So close is probably best. I'd give both of these gyms a thumbs up. I liked what they had to say. I'd probably read a bit more on there, but they didn't tout themselves or say, hey, we're going to make you awesome or we're bringing you to the games, because most of us normal humans aren't going to the games. Anyway, guys, if you need help, we're here for you. If you are local, I'm really here for you. If you're not local, I mean, come on, seriously. How there for you can I really be? I will point you to a person that will become your local help. But I do want to help you. I don't want people to be stranded and alone. If you're with the Survival Podcast and you're listening to me here, hey, thank you so much. If I can help you, email me directly. I'll put your question on air with Jack. Well, it's up to him to put them on there. I'll say your question and he can put it on there. If you need specific help, I will do my best to help you guys a little bit more than anybody else, because you're dedicating yourselves to this environment that we live in with trying to be prepared even if times are good or even if they're not. I love that stuff. All right, guys. Again, Andy McCann, CrossFit Garage here in Woodstock, Georgia. You can find me, Andy, at CrossFitGarage.com. Y'all take care.